So my value to an organization. Well, at the risk of sounding cliche, I've been very successful. I can herd cats and I play well with others. The fact is I bring over 2 decades of experience in managing diverse organizations. And so I'm a project manager or a program manager who can bring a variety of different experiences and expertise to solve whatever the problem is, and usually in a creative manner. So I'd say creative problem solving. All my accomplishments in the military, of course, coming in as an officer, and then in the 10 years I worked as a defense contractor afterward, I would say all my accomplishments for the most part were accomplished through others. Because you put together a team of the unique expertise that you need, or the team that you're given, and quite frankly, by being able to read the team and lead by example and by participating in the whole process, you're usually able to bring about the best solutions. About the best way to accomplish things through others is to simply know your people. I think you're making a mistake if you're assuming that just by being the leader, you have the monopoly on any of the particular skill sets. In fact, quite the opposite is often true. Being a leader requires you to be, in essence, a mile wide and an inch deep, whereas you need that depth and you need those strengths of the individual team members. By knowing what those are, bringing them to bear, and getting everyone's buy-in that what we're doing is important. This is not the Army once you're out. You don't have to obey. You don't have to do something because it's a direct order. It's interesting. I think the first time I felt just an overwhelming sense of pride, and it was probably in the most trying of experiences. I was called upon to support FEMA during the Ground Zero recovery effort that turned into, of course, debris removal, unfortunately. We even did mapping of the different tiers all the way down to bedrock. But I was called upon to work that mission, and every day you'd have to drive past traffic with special insignia and whatnot, and you'd work your way to Caven Point, and then we'd take a ferry that would go past the Statue of Liberty and then literally head past the smoldering pile. And then that's literally where you were working. Well, to me, the pride sense was that, where else as an American would you want to be than in a position to, if there was a way to help, be able to help in that, extreme crisis situation. And then for the first time ever, driving home from that one day, some urgent guy in Long Island wanted me to roll down my window, and I was fearful, to be honest with you. I had no idea why maybe I'd cut him off. I didn't know. And quite the opposite, he caught me totally off guard and said, "Thank you for your service." And while that might be commonplace now, that's the first time I'd heard that, and at that point, over 15 years in the Army. Tell you a little bit about my hobbies. Well, my dominant hobby right now, almost an obsession if you will, is old Willys Jeeps, specifically World War II vehicles. I've had the opportunity during this time since my last full-time working job and as a retired military person to dedicate quite a bit of time. I'm restoring a 1942 GPW, which is the Ford version that was created for the war. It kind of brings a chance to dive deep and get a hands-on level experience that, quite frankly, work life hadn't always offered, by being able to physically do the work myself. And it's been a full nut and bolt renovation of a vehicle that when I found it, it wasn't worth the $600 I paid for it. But it's been quite a learning experience, and the neatest part about it is when you do take it to car shows, the way you touch veterans. People inevitably, especially Korean War and World War II veterans, they see a vehicle like that and they just open up. They open up with stories they might not even have told their families. And because it's just such a physical thing. And I even had a chance to have my dad sit in it, and he's a World War II veteran. That just means the world to me. So.